Tochukwu Ikenga joins us in this conversation. He is the Anambra State Police Public Relations Officer and he's a Deputy Superintendent of Police. He joins us via Zoom. Thanks for joining us this morning. Well, most certainly troubling news coming from Anambra State about those shootings. Just what exactly have you been able to find out since?
Thank you for having me. I would like to start by commending channels for always using their platform to promote our national unity, especially as it concerns security issues. What happened yesterday is a very unfortunate one. Is a case of more like a car snatching. It happened between Ekulobia and Oko boundary, that is in Orumba North. The victim was accosted by some bad elements, and they tried they tried to dispossess him of his vehicle, which he left the vehicle for these hoodlums. They attempted to start the vehicle, but they couldn't start, and that was why they set the said vehicle ablaze. On the receipt of the information, the Commissioner of Police quickly ordered the responding team from Oka here, and operations are ongoing as we speak now. We have also intensified patrols within Anambra, especially Onisha, Oka, Ihiala, and all the environments. That's why the peace we enjoy in Anambra today is sustained.
So this has nothing to do with the purported sit-at-home order enforcement?
We got that intelligence. That's why the Commissioner of Police ordered intensive patrol on or before now. And if you have followed the trend of the security concern in Southeast in general, especially here in Anambra, you will understand that Anambra State Police Command is winning. The sacrifices of Anambra State Police personnel is as a result of the peace we enjoy today. And we are firm, and I can assure you that we are concentrating our primary duties on protecting the lives and citizens, or protecting the lives and properties of people here in Anambra.
So if you could tell us how big a threat really is that talk around sit at home, is it IPOB, ESN currently in your state?
Just like I said, every day we explore every options on whatever guys any person wants to perpetrate crime. Crime is crime, and the command is firm in tackling anything that comes up.
So how commonplace is this really when, gunmen try to snatch a car and then they fail and set the car ablaze? Is that something that happens? Because I know you've seen incidents like this before. So is this commonplace for them to set the car ablaze because they couldn't snatch it?
Well, maybe reacting to the investigation is still ongoing anyway. Maybe they are reacting out of anger because our responding team came immediately, and in order to flee even the scene, that was why they have to cause that panic in order to make people scamper for safety. But normalcy has been restored in this place now.
So has this ever happened before, that a car snatching turns into car burning? I just want to know if you have statistics like that.
I don't have the statistics here, but just like I said, on whatever guys anyone wants to, crime is crime, and we are treating it as crime.
So it's just to help people situate this properly, because the narrative out there for a lot of people who actually stay within that area is that this was some sort of enforcement of the sit-at-home order. So, and they're listening to you. What can you say about that? Are you saying there's nothing of such, perhaps from your intelligence investigation?
when the intelligence came, which the command is exploring every option in dealing with all the intelligence we have gotten, especially as it regards to crime or events that want to happen. We explore every option. And what we do is, a part of what we do is we have a responding team at each jurisdiction that these thing might arise or issues might arise. That was what gave rise to what happened yesterday. Immediately they saw our responding team, they quickly set the car ablaze and ran away.
So
But no life was lost.
So you say that the command had specific intelligence that some persons were going to try and enforce the sit-at-home strike. Is that right?
What I am saying is we have information on things that happen in the states, especially as it regards to crime. Once we have it, we have a round table meeting with other security agencies to know how we will tackle this. What happened yesterday is an unfortunate one, and what we did yesterday is part of what we are doing in order to protect Anambra State.
I know you say crime is crime, but this particular one, you say you had intelligence that some persons were going to try and enforce the sit-at-home order. That's what you said?
Yes, we had that intelligence.
Okay, so we can't assume that this is a robbery. So the persons that you have in custody, do you have anybody in custody at the moment, by the way?
Some persons in the area have volunteered information to us. They are like the eyewitness, that people that stay in the place. And we are currently working on the information. I will still get back to you to let you know how we have done about it. Having someone in custody is not the question here, but what we are doing is to make Anambra safe.
Okay, so we understand you don't want to disclose the identity of the person in custody, perhaps not to jeopardize your investigation. That's what you're saying.
I will still get back to you on it. Investigation is still ongoing.
Yeah, but if you have people in custody, it doesn't stop the investigation from going on, does it?
Yes. For now, we don't intend to disclose the identity of persons we have, because it might jeopardize what we are doing. But I will still get back to you in due time to let you know the identities of these persons that we have.
Right. So, I mean, I think this is a very important discussion, clearly, because there are fears out there. People are still thinking, what will happen next Monday? It appears as though this is a Monday thing. So it's important to put all the information out there, calm the frayed nerves, ensure that businesses and other activities, legal activities, go on smoothly. So if you could tell us, do you have some form of, I don't know, a channel open between you and perhaps IPOB where you can, because I remember that last year there was a calling off of the sit-at-home order in the build-up to the election and all that. So do you have maybe perhaps intelligence as well with IPOB saying, well, this is not us, or this is us, we have stopped this or we have not? What do you know really in interfacing with IPOB?
I get you clearly.
Okay, I'm not sure what part you got, so I'll just take the cogent part. I'm not sure if you interface with IPOB, which some people say is responsible for enforcing sit-at-home orders. And I recall last year that was called off. So in terms of interfacing or not, intelligence gathering, what are you hearing from IPOB regarding this sit-at-home or whatever it is that it is called?
If, just like you said, last year, if you have followed closely on what we are doing, especially as it concerns security issues here in Anambra, you will understand that the Anambra State Command is winning. information do come, and we treat it as the way they come, because we wouldn't want anybody in any guise to come and cause panic in the states and go scot-free. That is why Anambra State Command is exploring every option in order to sustain peace and safety that we are enjoying today.
No, you had also, you were quoted to have said the command had ordered reinforcements, from force headquarters to intensify patrols around major areas like Onitsha, Newi, Ihiala, Agwata, and Oka. Is that right?
All parts of the states.
Reinforcements. Yeah.
Reinforcement teams, they are strategically positioned in all those places.
So it means that.
What I mean.
So that also suggests that this is a serious threat, because ordering reinforcement means this is very serious.
What for us is a strategy, because we use visibility. The part of our strategy is to use visibility to detect crime, to scare any danger that might come up, to forestall any breakdown of law and order. That is also part of our strategy.
Well, Mr. Kenga, one of the things that's a little troubling about this is it's something that's been a long-term thing. On the one hand, it involves guns, and this is something that's not just happening. Just about 3 weeks ago, it was reported that there are some communities in Anambra that are panicking over frequent gunmen attacks, and a number of them mentioned specifically Osumogo, also Ihitekwa, my apologies, I'm not really very good with those names, Uda and Awo Idemili communities in Anambra State, who said that they are living in fear. And this is just one of those other things. How is the State Police Command managing these threats, especially because it concerns guns, which are supposed to be outlawed?
Sorry, I didn't get you clear. I didn't get you clearly.
There are communities. Can you hear me well now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear you.
Good. There are certain communities in Anambra that have been complaining of frequent gunmen attacks in their communities. And some of them mention Osumogu, also Ihitekwa, Uda, and Awo Idemili communities in Anambra State, among a number of others like that, who are living in fear. On the one hand, it concerns guns. On the other hand, it is something that's been a long time coming. It's been happening over time. This I quoted was just about 3 weeks ago. And the same thing, sporadic gunshots. My colleague referenced earlier that this is a Monday thing, so to speak. How come it's been, we're having difficulty stemming this tide?
Just like I said before, if you have followed closely on the security concerns here in Anambra, you will understand that the Anambra State Police Command is winning, and we are firm. Yes, we are issues in those places you mentioned, but right now I can tell you that there is peace there. Most of those challenges that you rightly mentioned have been surmounted. And those people staying in those parts of the state, I can tell you that if you maybe have one-on-one with them, you understand that there is peace there, and we intend to improve on it.
Have the guns been mopped up in those communities?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
Has the police been able to mop up guns that those people were using in those communities?
We have been doing a lot of recoveries, and yes, I can categorically say that yes, we have recovered a lot, and operation is still ongoing in those communities.
Question then would be:
this place you mentioned has a border town between with Imo State. So most of those crimes that happen there are more like issues that concern transborder crime, and our recoveries are still with us. In due time, we'll have to show the public what we have done in order for them to know that actually Anambra State Police Command is working.
So could you give us an idea in terms of these weapons you've recovered? Numbers, how many of them?
I don't have the figure offhand, but we have recovered a quite number of them. And just like I said, in due time, we'll display what we have done so that people will see that Anambra State Command is firm. And if you have, just like I said, if you have followed closely on what we have been doing, you understand that Anambra State currently now is safe and peaceful.